Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of heartfelt TV moments and the kind of stories that remind us just how real celebrities can be, then you're in for something truly special today. Ripa, the queen of morning television, just opened up in one of the most emotional ways we've seen in years. What started as a simple thank you message to her fans turned into a raw, tear-filled confession that's leaving viewers all over the world deeply moved. But there's a twist in this story that even Kelly didn't see coming. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end for that. So grab your coffee, hit that like button, and let's get into this emotional roller coaster with Ripa. It began as just another sunny morning on Live with Kelly and Mark, but as viewers soon found out, this wasn't going to be any ordinary show. The cameras rolled, the audience cheered, and Ripa stepped onto the stage, radiant as always, but with a certain look in her eyes, a kind of vulnerability that her fans rarely get to see. What she was about to share wasn't scripted, wasn't rehearsed, and wasn't part of the day's planned topics. Before we get into anything today, Kelly began, her voice trembling slightly. I just want to take a moment to talk about something that's been on my mind and my heart. The studio went silent. Even co-host and husband Mark Consuelos looked over with curiosity and concern. Kelly took a deep breath, pressing her hand to her chest as if steadying her emotions. For the past few months, she continued, I've been reading your messages, your letters, your posts, and I can't even tell you how much it all means to me. Sometimes people think being on TV means you're unshakable. But there are days I don't feel that way at all. The audience reacted instantly. Some clapped softly, others nodded in understanding. But the deeper Kelly went, the more it became clear. She was about to reveal something that had been building inside her for a long time. I know I joke around a lot, she said with a faint smile. But sometimes it's hard to show the parts of life that hurt, the parts that make you feel small, unsure, or even invisible. And recently I've had some moments like that. But every time I do, I see a message from one of you, reminding me why I love what I do. Her voice cracked. She wiped a tear from her cheek, laughing softly as she did. Look at me, she said half-jokingly. I promised myself I wouldn't cry today. The camera zoomed in slightly, capturing the glint of tears in her eyes, the kind that say more than words ever could. But then came the twist. Something viewers didn't expect from a morning talk show that's usually filled with laughter, celebrity guests, and cooking demos. Kelly started recalling a story that dated back to her early years in television, before she was the polished, confident host everyone knows today. I'll never forget this one fan, she said. Her name was Marissa. She wrote me a letter during my All My Children days. I was new, nervous, and honestly terrified I'd never make it. Marissa said my smile helped her through chemotherapy treatments. That letter changed everything for me. I kept it in my dressing room for years. Her audience listened quietly. You could hear a pin drop. And just a few weeks ago, Kelly continued, someone sent me another letter from Marissa's daughter. She said her mom had passed away but always watched me every morning, even during her hardest days. She said she watches me now to feel close to her mom again. At that moment, Kelly couldn't hold back anymore. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Mark reached over and gently squeezed her hand. It's things like that, she whispered, that make every early morning, every long show, every criticism worth it. You all are the reason I keep showing up, even when it's hard. It wasn't just a TV moment. It was real, raw, and deeply human. The kind of honesty that transcends celebrity and touches the heart of anyone who's ever felt seen by someone they admire. But that wasn't the end of it. After the show, social media exploded with messages of love and gratitude for Kelly. Fans shared their own stories of how her humor and energy had gotten them through tough times, grief, illness, loneliness, heartbreak. Some even said that her morning smile became a lifeline during the pandemic, when the world felt too heavy to face. Yet, buried in the flood of comments, there was one particular message that stood out. It came from someone claiming to be the real Marissa's sister. Her post read, Kelly, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I'm Marissa's sister. That letter my niece sent you? My sister would have been so proud to know you still remember her. She loved you. You helped her find joy again. Within hours, Kelly saw it. She replied publicly, I remember her more than you know. She helped me find my purpose. Sending love to your whole family. The internet went wild. Fans began trending hashtags like hashtag We Love You Kelly and hashtag Kelly's Heart, flooding Twitter and Instagram with tributes, fan art, and clips of her emotional moment on air. Even fellow celebrities chimed in. Jennifer Aniston commented, "Kelly, this is why we all adore you. You've got the biggest heart in the business." Ryan Seacrest posted, "Been on set with Kelly for years, and this is who she really is, real kind and full of love." And Andy Cohen wrote, "This is the Kelly I know, brave enough to be honest in a world that often rewards pretending." But behind all that love, another layer of the story began to unfold, something that Kelly herself addressed just days later. During a follow-up segment, Kelly revealed that the wave of support had been both uplifting and overwhelming. "I had no idea people would respond this way," she said. "It's been beautiful. But it's also reminded me how much we all need connection. We spend so much time online, but this felt real." She admitted that she'd been quietly struggling with burnout, something fans suspected but she rarely discussed publicly. "I love what I do," Kelly said earnestly, "but sometimes I forget to take care of myself. I pour so much into making people laugh or feel good that I forget I'm human too. So reading your messages, seeing that love reflected back, it refueled me." That confession sparked an even deeper conversation among fans and media alike about mental health and entertainment. Articles began highlighting how long-running hosts like Kelly Ripa, Ellen DeGeneres, and even Jimmy Fallon have dealt with immense public pressure to always be on. But Kelly, unlike most, didn't shy away from it. She used her platform to talk about the value of emotional honesty, both for celebrities and everyday people. "You don't have to have it all together," she told viewers. "It's okay to be messy. It's okay to need people. The world would be a kinder place if we all admitted that." The studio audience gave her a standing ovation. And that's when Mark, ever the doting husband, chimed in with a smile. "I told her she should cry on air more often. She gets better ratings that way." The crowd burst into laughter, lightening the mood, but it didn't take away from the gravity of what had just happened. Kelly Ripa had turned a moment of vulnerability into a message of unity. In the days that followed, fans sent gifts, flowers, and handwritten notes to the live studio. Producers were reportedly stunned by the response, saying it was one of the most heartfelt reactions they'd seen in years. But the biggest surprise came 1 week later, during what seemed to be a normal broadcast. As Kelly began the show, she looked genuinely shocked when the lights dimmed and a video began playing behind her. It was a montage of fan clips, hundreds of them, all saying the same thing. "Thank you, Kelly." Her face lit up. She gasped, covering her mouth, tears instantly forming again. The final clip was from Marissa's daughter, who appeared on screen saying, "You helped my mom, and now you're helping me. Thank you for being real." Kelly stood there, speechless. Mark wrapped an arm around her shoulders as the crowd cheered. Finally, she looked into the camera and said softly, "I don't think I've ever been more grateful in my entire career. This is why I do it." The emotional moment quickly went viral again. But the real twist came just a few hours later, when Kelly made an announcement that took everyone by surprise. She revealed that she was launching a new charity initiative called Hearts on Air, a foundation dedicated to supporting fans who are battling illness, loneliness, or loss. The idea was to create a community where people could share their stories, connect, and support each other through kindness. "I realized," she explained, "that the love we share doesn't have to stop when the cameras turn off. This show is about connection and I want to keep that going off the air too." Her co-host, visibly proud, added, "That's my wife. Always turning her feelings into something that helps others." From that point on, Live with Kelly and Mark wasn't just a show, it became a movement. Viewers began sending stories for Kelly to read on air, creating a new segment called Heartlines. Each week, she highlighted someone inspiring from the audience, people who had overcome incredible challenges. The result? Ratings soared. But more importantly, Kelly's message of empathy and authenticity resonated across generations. She wasn't just America's morning host anymore. She became a symbol of hope, compassion, and emotional honesty in a world that desperately needed it. And perhaps the most touching part of all came when Kelly received a letter, this time, from a fan who said she was considering giving up after losing her job and her partner in the same month. The letter ended with, "I saw you cry on TV, and it reminded me that it's okay to feel. You helped me hold on. Kelly read the letter privately, but later mentioned it in an interview. If I can do one thing, just one, that helps someone stay strong, then I've done my job. Her story became a reminder that behind the celebrity, behind the camera lights, and behind the perfect smile, there's a real person. One who feels, struggles, and heals just like everyone else. And that's why we love Kelly Ripa. From laughter to tears, she reminds us that strength doesn't always mean being unbreakable. Sometimes, it's about letting people see your heart. What did you think of her emotional on-air confession? Were you as moved as we were? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear how Kelly's moment touched you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss more stories like this one. Until next time. Stay kind, stay real, and keep your heart open.